All right, today we're going to tackle the awkward situation when you want to ask for a raise, but you don't know how to go about doing it. First and foremost, asking for a raise can be daunting, but it's really important to advocate for yourself and the value you bring to your company. So, first off, do your research before asking for a raise. You want to understand what the market rate is for your role and experience level. You can look at industry reports, other job postings for similar roles. You could talk to peers in similar roles. That will give you an idea of what to ask for and what's reasonable and fair. We have more material on how to conduct market research for this, so reach out if you need help on that. Secondly, schedule a meeting with your manager or supervisor to discuss your compensation. Make sure you give them enough notice and choose a time when they're not too busy or stressed out. It's not something you just want to surprise them with one day by pulling them into a meeting room or hopping on a call. You want to give them some time to prepare and understand what the meeting's going to be about. Thirdly, prepare your case. In the meeting, you want to have a list of your accomplishments and contributions to the company since your last raise. Highlight any metrics you've exceeded, any new responsibilities you've taken on, any skills you've learned, folks you've mentored, etc. And emphasize how your work has contributed to the success of the company or any business metrics. Then you'll want to ask for a specific amount. Based on your research and your accomplishments, ask for an amount that you think is fair and reasonable. Be confident, but also be willing to negotiate if your manager proposes a lower amount. Next, always be professional. No matter how the meeting goes, remain calm and respectful. Remember that your manager may not have the final say on your raise. They may need to consult with HR or other managers or leadership before making a decision. And then you'll want to follow up. If you don't receive an answer right away, I would maybe wait 1 to 2 weeks before following up with your manager. You'll want to be persistent but not pushy. And if you don't get the raise, I would personally ask for feedback on where I needed to improve and how I could earn a raise in the future and feasibility around timeline. If that answer is satisfactory, I would likely wait. If not, I would say it's probably time to look elsewhere. So, final reminder before I do an example run through of how I would approach this, just remember, be confident, be prepared, and be professional whenever you're asking for a raise. And remember that your skills and contributions are valuable and you deserve to be compensated fairly for your work. Okay, so here's an example. Let's act like my boss is named John. I would send John an email as a heads up, letting him know I was going to schedule time with him next week to discuss my compensation and make sure it works with his schedule. I would also make sure it's not an extremely busy or hectic or stressful time for him. And then in that conversation, I would highlight the following. I would say something like, "Hey, John, I just wanted to schedule time to discuss my compensation. As you know, I've been working here for 2 years as a customer success manager. During that time, I've been hitting my metrics consistently and receiving positive feedback in all of my performance reviews. I've also upsold 20% of my accounts this year, which is a high watermark for the team. And I'm really happy being here and I'm proud of the work I'm doing. I just feel like my contributions to the company have been pretty significant and I would like to discuss a raise in my compensation." So based on my market research for this kind of role and experience level, I believe that $80K would be a fair increase to my base salary. So I just wanted to take this opportunity to discuss that with you, get your feedback. I'm open to negotiating and finding a solution that works for both the company and myself. I just want to make sure I'm being paid fairly for my contributions based on what I'm seeing in the market and what I'm hearing from peers in similar roles. So if you want to discuss it now, I'm open to doing that. I know it can be kind of a sensitive topic. You might need to consult others. So if you want to regroup on this at a later date, that's also fine with me. Just let me know if there's anything else you need from me to help with the process.